Two Sheds Gabby. Hey folks, I am back for another hunt, and it's going to be nickels. Here, let me tell you why. When I did my $50 search yesterday, at the end of it, I said I'm going to try to get back to more, my penny and nickel hunts and stuff. And I said, let me hear a vote from you guys. What do you guys want me to do next? And only a handful of you, several people wrote to me, but only a handful of you actually voted. And up until this morning sometime, I had 6 votes, 3 nickels, 3 pennies. So I've been sitting around for a couple of hours, hoping that somebody might give me a tiebreaker. And just a couple of minutes ago, it came in. I got another nickel vote, so nickels it will be. We'll get started right away. I wanted to show you this. I have seen a few people lately who have found the treasury coins in their penny searches, and I thought they were so cool. I actually went out and bought a set of the, there's 2 of them, and one is Philadelphia and one is Denver. They're just kind of neat coins. Nothing super colossal fantastic, but I thought it'd be neat to have them in my collection. Pretty neat, I thought. Anyway, I just got those in a day or 2 ago in the mail. No enders to speak of in this box. We're hoping for 2024's P&D. I keep all the older coins from 1959 and older, and I found over the last month or so that some of those are pretty low mintage. My favorite is silver. I love to find the silver from 42 to 45, but buffalo nickels are great, and the occasional V-nickel. Let's see if we get any of that stuff today. Yeah, there's the 2009 in there as well. And as much as I'd love to start right now, I just got the dinner bell ring. Actually, it's breakfast. My wife made biscuits and gravy, so that comes first. Well, about halfway into the first row, I come to my first keeper. It's got some yuck on it. It's a 1940. I think I see a dent on it, too. Let's see what our mint mark is. By the way, that biscuits and gravy was mighty good. 1940 Denver. Cool. Oh, what's that? I believe that's a buffalo nickel. No, it ain't. Oh, it ain't. Well, that's a shame. That's a 2000. Unreal. And it's really worn. I saw that edge. Golly. Well, that was disappointing. I thought, what a start. Oh, no sleep hardly the last 2 nights. Last night, we had the storms, and my mom stayed with us because she doesn't have a basement. We have a cellar, and so we said if we needed to, we'd run down there. There's, from what I understand, tornadoes all over the place. I'm in the 4th row now, and here is another 1940. That last one that was a D only had 40-something million minted of it, so it was pretty low mintage. This one's Philadelphia. This is one that has over 100 million. That's 2 1940s. So this week, just a couple days ago, we got our lawnmower out, and it wouldn't start. This new battery about last August was dead as a doornail, and we put it on the charger for hours. Didn't do any good. Man, it was frustrating. So I went to this, it's a local place. They rebuild batteries. They sell new and used batteries, rebuilt batteries. And I'll plop it up there, and he said, he says, we sell way more batteries, lawnmower batteries than we should because people don't charge them. It's called a tender, battery tender. Let me get the next row started. Next row. Anyway, a battery tender. He says you need to keep it on it all winter. And he said even during the summer are not in use. He said because they just start running down, And if you leave them out in the cold all winter, it'll just kill them. It's like, I wish I'd known that. Anyway, I went out and bought a tender to keep on it. But while I was there, they had built their own helicopter. Yeah, it was pretty neat. I took a picture of it, and here it is. What do you think about my helicopter? Their helicopter. It's got a real spark. Come on. Well, eighth row, right at the beginning of the row, I found a 53 Philadelphia. There's only like 46 million of those guys. And then we come to this 46, and it is, I believe that says San Francisco. How about that? That's pretty neat. That's low mintage too, 13 million. Wow, that's a few pretty low mintage coins we have found. That's a really low mintage one there. That's neat. All right. Finding something. We ain't finding a whole lot, but at least the couple that we found are pretty nice. Let's go back out a little. Several of the boxes had already, by this time, I'd already gotten into some 24Ps. Here's a 57 Philadelphia. Wow, 39 million. Another low mintage. I don't mind if it keeps that up. So most of you guys, if you watch my channel, you know that I sell industrial CNC equipment for a company. Actually, a couple of companies. And I've got a whole lot of stuff that's just been sitting on the shelves for a long time. And part of my cleanup of getting my shed in nicer condition, I'm going through all of it and just kind of culling some of the stuff out. There's like computer boards, slip-in computer boards, and they're just getting too old, and they're just priced out of the market. Their value's down to listed on eBay for like $10 a piece. And so I have pulled a whole bunch of those off and just deleted them. Let's go to the next row. Row 9. So anyway, I'm just going to dispose of them, and I noticed they've got some really larger than your newer laptop computers, gold pin, I guess you call them fingers, gold fingers, I think they call them, not pins, but fingers. And so I'm going to cut those dudes off. I've got some other industrial gold stuff, and eventually I'm going to, I guess I will invest into the chemicals. I've got another friend that I met recently. He's got tons of this stuff, and so we'll probably go in together and get some of the chemicals. And he'll have him a little mini gold bar. Probably he's got so much, but I'll just have probably a gold bead when I'm done. But hopefully sometime this summer, I'll keep as I pull stuff off, I'll look for gold fingers and pins. I'd love to get a little bit. I noticed that gold hit its all-time high this week. How about that? That's pretty cool. Silver's up to like 33, and copper's up too. Not getting a lot, but the ones I've gotten are 3 of the 4, or 4 of the 5 is pretty low mintage. This is the 12th row, and I don't have anything here yet, but I saw that dark one right there. And just in case it's a good one, I thought I'd do it together with you. And so let's just get started right here at the end. Let me show you this picture of what I just got a picture of. This is on its way to us right now. The first storm this morning skirted past us. We just missed it. But this one, I believe, is going to hit us. Let this be silver, baby. Oh, man. Another disappointment. 1981. Well, that stinks. Yeah, this storm looks like it's going to be another doozy. Maybe not as bad as the one that went by that missed us. It was just, I'm in Louisville, and we're at the Ohio River. and the storm just literally scooted up the river on the other side, and the tail end of it got over into my county. And that's where a lot of the, I put up a 2-minute video this morning of just the constant lightning, but it was far enough away that you didn't really hear the thunder, but those birds were just going crazy. But we'll see what this one does. It looks like it's going to hit us in a little bit. I'll see how far I get before it gets here. In the 7th row down there, close to the beginning down there, we get a dime. Always fun to find a dime in the nickel rolls. I'm now in the 21st row, and here is a 1947. The P, D, and S, none of them have over 100 million. We'll see what we got. This one is the P. This one has like 90 something. It's the highest. Oh, look at that. I was looking out front here, just in the front yard, remembering when we were, this is where I grew up, you know. And right out here in this front yard and the next door where I actually grew up, my cousin grew up in this house. We played football, and tackle football. The rule was try not to tackle anybody in the driveway. And there was just gravel drives back then, and they weren't that wide, you know. The trees weren't there. And we would play pickle, you know, 2 bases and a person with a glove at each base. And the runner would try to steal the base. And we would have, sometimes we'd have 4 or 5 runners at a time. And the 2 guys throwing back trying to tag them out. There's a 1958 right there. Oh, I've also found a 56 Philadelphia and a 59, no, 59D and a 56 Philadelphia. And this is a 58 Denver. One of the games we played a whole lot was Kill the Man with the Ball. One person would get the ball and everybody just tried to tackle him and devour him, you know. And once you got him on the ground, somebody else would grab it, take off running, and everybody's after them trying to tackle them. Kill the man with the ball. Reminds me of Alice's Restaurant. They sent the fella for littering to see if he's moral enough to join the army after committing his special crime. He goes, Sergeant, I want to kill. I mean, I want to kill. And they pinned a medal on him and said, Kid, you're our boy. 24th row. Bingo. We've got silver. Ha, ha, ha. It's a San Francisco 1943. Fabuloso. We've got silver. This is what it's all about right there, buddy. That is the stuff that got me back into the whole coin collecting and coin roll hunting and even making video. Well, I put up a couple of silly little videos about a year before I put up my first coin video. They're kind of silly, I guess you'd say. But then I got back into this, and it's like, I want to share this. It was a YouTube video, actually, that got me inspired. And so I kind of wanted to kind of pay it forward thing. There's a 57 Denver. Yeah, and I have enjoyed it. It's been 10 years, I guess. I've been doing it. And boy, if you go back to the beginning, you can tell what a novice I was trying to figure things out and never did. But I had fun, and I got, you know, a pretty good amount of silver, too. And I've been stacking it away ever since. We made a nickel with that dime a little while ago, but no, we just lost 4 cents with this penny. This is the second row in the second half, and the thunder is here. The storm is really close. I'm now at the end of that row. There's that penny there. I just called my mom. The storm is really close, so I told her she ought to head back over here. So she's coming. And if we could get a 49S here, that is a semi-key date, less than 10 million of them. Nope. It is a Philly, but even that, it's got like only 60 million. It's still low mintage. It's copper, yay! I'm getting right at the end of the 8th roll, and I saw that it's that color, folks. We may have number 2. Oh man, I hope so. It is. It is another 43. This one is Philadelphia. Oh my goodness. 2 in 1 box. Yay, do a little dance. That's so cool. Oh man, I think it may have been a while since I've gotten 2 in 1 box. Oh, that's amazing. No 24s. Maybe the first, I mean, we still might get one, but if not, this will be the first box in quite a while I didn't get a 24. And now the 9th row in the second half, and we get a 2009 Philadelphia. That's pretty nice. That's cool. Boy, it's turned out to be a quite good box after all. Indeed. Oh, I did find a couple. I found a 55 and a 58. The 55 is not the Philadelphia that had less than 10 million. But even the D is not high mintage. So my wife and I there's a 51. Denver. Cool beans. We we use a kind of a stevia sweetener, a little bit of that. And then might be another old one right there. And we like to put half and half in there. Oh my, 39. What was that? I think it was a Philadelphia. Yep. 1939. Very cool. Oldest one in this box so far. Anyway, we just used up the last of the half and half this morning, or a little bit ago. And I was thinking, we're going to be drinking black coffee tomorrow because we got the storm coming. You was hearing the thunder from it a minute ago, and a little bit of rain. It's backed off now, but I just looked at radar. It's right on us. It's right there. And we don't want to get out today. But then I remembered, last week, my wife found a small bottle of heavy cream on sale. So she bought it, like, I might use that for something. And we haven't used it. And so I went in there and asked her about it. And she said she smelled it and it's still good. So we're good to go tomorrow. That's cool. I found a 54D just a couple rows back, and now I'm in the 15th row. And I just found a 58, and I came to the reverse first, and it is a Philadelphia. It's a 59 Philadelphia, and there's only like 28 million of those. That's really low mintage. That's pretty cool. We've had several of these that are pretty low mintage today, and a pretty good stack of these old coins too. So that's pretty neat. There's a 57D. Not too shabby. Ten rolls to go, folks, and we will be finished with this box. Hopefully we'll find another good one along the way. Good one something. Just 9 rows to go after this row. Here's a 1946. It's a Philadelphia. I'm trying to remember the circumstances. Just recently, me or my wife gave somebody something, and we was wondering if we would see them again. I can't remember the circumstances, but it reminded me of the old truthful saying, if you loan a friend $10 and you never see him again, it was worth it. That is such a true statement, I tell you. It is worth getting rid of a friend like that for $10. Because you couldn't have said, here's $10, go away. What is it? That a hole in his head? I believe it is. The very next row had a 54 and a 56 Denver, both of them. Now it's just 7 rows to go. Here is another 1940. Early in the box, this is the first thing we got, was 2 of these. And this one is that a San Francisco? It sure is. So we've gotten a P, D, and S 1940 in this box. Wow, man. 39 million of this one. Well, that's really neat. PD&S 1940. So you've heard probably that he who farts in church sits in pew. Oh, church jokes there. Looking like I'm not going to get a 24 this box. How about that? I had kind of gotten used to getting them every box. Hey, just 2 rows to go, and here's my Canadian. 1986. We almost went the whole box without one. I went and got me another cup of coffee. I used the heavy cream. It's different, but it'll do. It's all right. It is a noticeable difference. In theory, you just use half as much as half and half, and it'd be the same, but it's different. Is that another old one there? Nope. Did y'all know I used to be a sports fan? I used to really I've liked a lot of teams over the years, and I did and my baseball was my favorite sport, and I liked the Cubs, and I liked the Cardinals. But I was also a U of L fan. You know, I lived here in Louisville, grew up here. Denny Crum, he was a class act. And I even liked him when Patino was there. But ever since COVID, I don't keep up with sports. But my brother is still a big U of L fan. One of the reasons I don't like college sports anymore is because I don't like colleges. I don't like, all of the leftist stuff that they teach and the money that they get. I'm not a big fan anymore. But if I were, U of L is playing their ACC conference, and they won. And tonight's the big game. Last night they beat Clemson. U of L's number 2, Clemson's number 3, and they beat them last night. But tonight they play Duke. They've struggled with Duke over the years, but we'll see. I won't watch it, but I'll find out who won tomorrow morning. Well, folks, this is the last row. Let's go through it together. It's always fun if something cool shows up on the last row. It don't always happen, but it's fun when it does. I've done pretty good, man. A couple of silvers, 2009. Some pretty low mintage. Look at those are the 50s and 40s. 39 silvers, 2009. My Canadian and my dime. My penny, I went ahead and threw it in my copper box. But, yeah, that's... Well, 2 silvers, automatically you got a good box. Everything else is just an added bonus. But all in all, I'd say it's pretty doggone good. I'd love to see anything here in this last row. Add it to the pile. Do y'all remember the Drew Carey show? I was talking about adding to the pile. I remembered a scene in the Drew Carey show where, I don't remember, Penny was her name. I don't remember the girl that he was always into it with. She's a little heavy. Not that he ain't. But one time she told him that he's so full of crap, they've started a second pile. He had a sidekick or something that was there all the time. And so she said that he is his second pile. Well, man, we ain't getting nothing here, are we? I don't think I've missed anything while I'm yakking. Oh, very, very last one. What's that? Another 39. It's a Philadelphia. That's cool. I didn't notice that at the end of the row. All right, folks, let me pull out my silver box. Well, here we go. Two more. 43 P and S. That puts me at 48 for the year. My goal I set for the year was 150, so I think I'm doing pretty good. We'll wind it up here, and tomorrow I with every intention of getting to a box of pennies tomorrow. All right. Have a good one, folks. Good luck with your hunts. Comment if you got anything to say. I always love to hear from you. See you later.